Hoo hoo hoo. All right, here we go. Hello, my friends, and welcome. My name is Dennis. So first of all, I want to check the audio quality. So sorry, my window is open, so probably you can hear some of the kids playing on the yard. Sorry about that. So how is the quality today? It will not be the flight simulator video today. We're gonna answer your questions. Probably you have those. So I'm totally focused on the chat right now. The window is opened, and what else is opened? Well, I can see myself, and also I have the Nation Alerts, the website that you can check out in the link below, where you can support the channel. For my next project, it will be Antonov 24 review. I'm just waiting for this to be over to start the review of that wonderful airplane. So I need to pay for the tickets, for the hotel, and I think that's it. I also have some funds that I got from Patreon. Thank you, my patrons. So just need to have some more for that project. I calculated already. So if you want to support, if you want to see this video, please support me with that. And now let's go to your questions, down to the chat, and let's say hello, my friends, and welcome. Oh, sorry, I'll switch off my mobile phone. The stream is coming. So probably gonna spend with you 1.5 hours, maybe 2. We'll see. I want to be a pilot, I think. Yeah, think about it. Hello, I can see you. How are you, Dennis? I'm okay. I a little bit shadow the window, so the video quality may be not so good. But anyway, the idea is just to answer your questions. I have a friend, private pilot. He said that somewhere in Asia, some companies pay for training. I could not find anything. I have no money, and I really want to. It depends where you're from. So the airlines, they usually have well, not the airlines, the countries, the governments. You may have the government sponsorship if you want to go to the flight school. If you don't have enough money, in that case you need to be the best of the best in physics, mathematics, and etc., etc. So you can be qualified as the future student of this kind of government-supported, government-funded cadet program. That is what I know exists in Indonesia. So I used to work in Indonesia, and there were government-sponsored flight schools, and yeah, there you can go and fly. And especially you have good future if you graduated from this kind of school, because the major airline, the Garuda Indonesia, they usually hire from the government sponsored schools. So if you are the best of the best, apply there, you'll be fine, you'll be okay. As for airlines, they rarely have these opportunities for the cadet programs nowadays. So it also, for example, for Emirates, they also have the sponsorship, but only for UAE nationalities. For Emirates native born who were born there in UAE. So yeah, I hope I answered your question. What is next? We have hello from London, UK. Hello, nice to see you. From England, hello from Netherlands. Wow, greetings. Hi Dennis, which aircraft did you do your PPL in? I did the PPL on a very strange aircraft. It's a Wilga certified Wilga. You can Google Wilga, and it's the tail dragger, we call it, the airplane with 2 wheels on the front and tail wheel. Very interesting. Now it hasn't the certificate to be used for the private pilot training, as far as I know, but back 10 years ago it had. So I got my PPL in 2007 on that aircraft type. So it is amazing aircraft, and maybe I would like to fly it again. In one of my videos, I'll probably film that as well. Is it hard to control a plane? Depends on situation. Well, if you look through my latest video, the short, Madeira landing hard, I call it hard airport landing best shorts or something. So the pilot was really moving the yoke very hard because it was very gusty, and it's unusual thing, but sometimes it's challenging. It's not, it could be difficult at some point, but we train to do it. Also in the flight simulator, we got the training to land the aircraft in turbulence conditions, and we face them in real life. So yeah, sometimes it is challenging, but it's not risky. I want to be a commercial pilot. I'm already doing my flying lessons. I'm 15. Wow, great. All the best with your training. LH Airplane Spotter 15. Best of luck. Best of luck. It's a hard way, but I know you'll do it. Hello, my question is it hard to become a pilot? No, it's not very hard. You need to work, to fly, to train, but actually it is not hard to become a pilot. I got the joy in the process of becoming a pilot. The hardest thing is to get money to become a pilot, so to pay for the pilot training. The process for the training is awesome, so you just get satisfaction going through this process if you want really to fly the airplane. So enjoy the time if you are in the process of training. Do you think pilots will get replaced by airplane automation? No, not in not the 21st century. So I give it like 80 up to 100 years for airplanes to become fully automated, and it's more like psychological factor as well. Together we don't have so far the artificial intelligence that can make decisions. It can perform non-standard thinking. So far we don't have that technology. Probably neural network will do that job, but not at this stage in the future, because yeah, you can program the airplane to land, but it can land right now, but it cannot make the abstract thinking, abstract decisions. So that is what we are doing, and now it's more safer and more cheaper actually to fly with human pilots. So if you want to become a pilot, don't think about it. You'll be flying for next 80 years for sure, and don't even think about it. 100,000 subscribers, Captain. Can you please say a few words on it, Captain? Sorry, I misspelled your name incorrectly. Akshin Manoi. At one point, I'm very pleased that our channel grown so fast. So in 1.5 months, we've grown up to 100, from 36,000 to 132,000. I'm happy about it, but actually it happened just because of one video. It's called the best cockpit landing shorts. What I've done some research on YouTube. It's a new thing on YouTube. They try to follow the TikTok platform. They want to chase the viewers who like this short content, who want to see the short videos and just skip, see many videos. And unfortunately or fortunately, I got on this step and I tried to experiment with shorts. And I think my content in some way, because I'm allowed to take the pictures on board, in some way it's a perfect short videos as for aviation, right? You can see the landings, you can see the takeoffs, non-standards. Also, you might find on the shorts how we deal with wake turbulence, TCAS as well. You might find on shorts. I think it's also can be educative, entertaining. So I try to but also spare my attention to the shorts. Especially, I don't need a lot of time to, how to say it, to produce this video. Just put the camera, and there is no post-production. Actually, just change the views of the camera. That's it. So editing the video takes less time compared to the standard videos. If we speak about the Madeira video that I got on my channel, one of the latest big videos, standard videos, it took me 3 full days to edit this video, and yeah, it was quite hard. If we speak about shorts, not more than an hour. So in less than 1 hour I can edit the short, and as you saw, one video got now 30 million views, 30 million views. And of course, many of those people who view this video, they put the like and they also subscribe for my channel. But speaking about the loyal subscribers that I'm sure I have on the stream right now watching me, and we are communicating, if we speak about the loyal audience, I don't think I gained lots of subscribers. If we speak about, yeah, we see the wonderful number, but whether all of these people will watch these long videos, 30 minutes video that I have, 40 minutes video that I have, I don't really think so. So maybe like 5 or 10% from all of these people, they will become loyal audience for me. But actually this number is not real picture of my channel. I perceive my channel as around 30,000 subscribers, loyal subscribers. That's what I have. The views numbers for the standard videos, I have like 7 up to 10,000 views per video, so it's quite low for this huge number, 130,000 subscribers. So we are speaking about just numbers here. Of course, many people enjoy this content that I produce, and I still want to experiment with shorts. I don't think it will bring lots of money, I would say, for me, because if we speak about this, the most popular video I have, 30 million, that video brought me $105, 105. So you cannot monetize the shorts in that way. You can monetize the standard videos, but I'm here not about the money. I'm here not about anything. Even if 200 people would watch me, I would still continue to film, because I like this process and you are my motivation. Yeah, I would continue to film, but with your motivation I feel more. I'm so excited that my channel is very popular. So enough for my channel. Let's speak about the other questions, because too much concentration on me. How many buttons are on plane? Gosh, that's lots of buttons. Yeah, there are many switches, many buttons, but some of the buttons we do not use. For example, for the flight control panel, there are some spoiler switches that we do not use. The maintenance personnel use it. And actually, most of the switches on the overhead panel, we do not use in normal flight. If something goes wrong, yes, we can switch the switch off, recycle the crossfeed. In case of, for example, one engine failure, we need to select some of the switches. In standard operation, we do not switch all the switches. So you basically have the procedure after procedure. So before taxi procedure, before takeoff procedure, and just few switches that you need to select on, off. It's very, very simple, actually, my friends. From Prosper One on is it hard to become already answered the question. Wow, so many comments. Probably have okay, where I stopped. It's hard to control the chat. How many languages do you know? If you speak about languages, English, some of English, little English, and of course Russian and Ukrainian, they are very similar. Then it's looking really relaxing here. Languages. Is it important to be able to use CRP5 in commercial? I don't know what is CRP5, sorry. What if Dennis is a pilot of Philippine Airlines? I'm a pilot of Ukrainian International, sorry about it. My brother always had a problem with acting like a pilot. I always use my bed as a plane cockpit and use random stuff, and that looks like back then. Yeah, you're encouraged from their childhood, you know. Good. Greetings from Argentina. Can colorblind person obtain class 1 medical? I'm not the doctor, I'm not the air med specialist, but there are some tests that you can go through on aviation medical facility, so I suggest you to go there and check your vision, and yeah, they will tell you for sure. Hi from Kenya. Hi. Do you think being an airline pilot is repetitive? Repetitive? I mean, you're doing all the same things at the same time? No. Actually, with this crisis, well, before I get used to fly to European airports. Yeah, Ukraine is also European. I mean, European Union airports. Like I flew the day before yesterday to Munich. Tomorrow I'll fly to Paris, the day after tomorrow to Milan. So it's something already new for me. It's not repetitive. Before it was repetitive, but now, then I lost it for 1 year and a half. Now it's getting excited once again. So yeah, it can be repetitive if you fly to the same airports all the time, but not for me. And we fly to many destinations. Also Madeira was very nice. Hello, please say which is the best country for pilot training. Tora Gamer. Depends on your nationality, depends on where you want to fly. So if you want to be a pilot in the United States, go to United States and train there. It will be much easier, as I think. Join to fly gliders soon. I'm 14 years now. Is that a good start for some who wants to become a commercial pilot? Johabi, yeah, it's perfect start. I also started from the gliders. Then I was 17, and yeah, I really like to fly gliders. Awesome, they're awesome. But now I don't have the funds to fly in a glider. But yeah, I started from gliders and it's perfect. It's perfect start. How to say? I never regret that I started from gliders. It has better algorithms thanks to TikTok. Yeah, they have the algorithms just for shorts. They have different algorithms. So usually short videos get much more views than standard videos. Malaysia, greetings to Malaysia. Dennis, I checked web site of Kirograd State Flight Academy, and they wrote that they can only teach you the program PPL CPL, but not give you license. Is it true? Actually, Rostislav, they do not give the license. The Aviation Administration of Ukraine, the certification department, they will give you the license based on what Kirograd actually teach you. So you may have practice and theory in Kirograd, but they are not the organization that issued the license. The local civil aviation authority will give you the license, whether it's Ukrainian Aviation Authority or any kind of. But as far as I know, they'll give you all the documents that you need to apply for the license for CAA. Hello, please say which is the best. I already answered, guys. Greetings from Malaysia again. Greetings. Have you been learning to fly for a long time? It was for a long time. In 2007, I got my PPL. My cousin is a pilot, not flying for real. Not lying for real. All right. Brazil, hello to Brazil. I ask your salary. Guys, according to my contract, I cannot tell you my salary. You can Google and pilot salary, Boeing 737 pilot salary, and you can divide it by 2 because in Ukraine we have less salaries compared to other world. Mostly, I mean the European airlines, etc. And you also may divide it by 2 as well because we have the crisis. So you'll get the salary that I have now. But luckily this month I had so many flight hours, guys. The industry recovers quite fast. I hope situation will improve in a better way. I have 70 hours last month I had. And awesome. It's the biggest I had since like 1.5 years, since 2 years, actually, 2 years. Dennis, then you have a bad day. What can make you happy? You can make me happy, Betsy, with your comments. Always commenting under my videos. Thank you very much for that. Always participate in the streams. Thank you very much for that as well, Betsy. How do you handle turbulence? Depends on the flight stage. If you are in a climb, you need to reduce the speed down to 280 knots or Mach 0.76. If you're in a cruise flight, there is the supplementary procedure in Flight Crew Operation Manual for Boeing 737. You can read it out. May I ask her salary? Already told about it. Please say which is the best country for training. Your continues to repeat the questions. And how many people are watching me? Wow, 76. More than usual, I would say. More than usual. How's the stream quality? Greetings from Indonesia. Selamat sore. Hello, Dennis. Have you ever flown to Tel Aviv? Of course, many times. And last month I flown to Tel Aviv 4 times, I think. Captain, hello. Hi, Captain. Big fan from Philippines. Can you talk us through the... Oh.
Hope you reach your goal soon. Have a great day.
Frank! Wow. Isn't it so big donation for me? Hope you reach the goal soon. Thank you very much, Frank. And yeah, soon I'm gonna fly on this Antonov 24. We'll make a full review of this airplane. Thank you very much for making this event one step closer. Thank you very much for your very high donation, I would say. Thank you so much. Frank is always commenting under my videos. I remember his first comment that I was waving with the hands. I remember that, but I cannot do anything with that. Then I wave the hands. It's like, how to say it? It's more comfortable for me. It's like going. If I stack with my hands, I'll stack in my mind. Thank you so much, Frank. Okay, continue with the questions. To be really honest, bro, you are the only pilot I have seen who is not arrogant about their profession. Yeah, it's the profession. Like, you can find, there are many professions that can bring you to more social, I would say, social level, that can bring you more salary. But I like my profession. I like it. Dennis, what is the ultimate moment of relaxing for you? Ultimate moment? Maybe then I sleep, I relax. It's the ultimate moment then I relax. I don't know. I started to go to the gym again because I thought I gained some of the kilos of the extra weight. So I want to lose it. And then I'm walking, hiking on in a gym, how to say it, on a road, yeah, on this trail, and you do some trail meal. Yeah, I think it's some sort of meditation. So in that way, I do relax. What do you think about Indigo Airline? I never flown with them, Michael Rao. I never flown with them, so I cannot say anything. If I'll fly with them one day, I can tell you something. I can tell you about Emirates. I can tell you about what else? Wizz Air, whom I've flown, Ukraine International, Garuda, Uzbekistan Airways. Are ATPLs hard, Dennis? If you speak about the questions that you can see if you apply for EASA ATPL license, there are many questions, like 15,000 questions that you need to handle, and it's quite hard. It's them. They're not hard, but they're massive information that you need to handle in just 1 year. So it could be hard. Especially if you fly the same time of your training. Captain, do you like the VR or NDB navigation? I really find it cool. Yes, but it's getting old. I mean, I think in around 20 years we will not see VRs or DMEs anymore. Everything becomes satellite oriented. So we fly RNP approaches, we still have VRs, we have few NDBs, and majorly the NDBs got removed in many of the airports. And now if you receive the new airplane, for example the Boeing 737, if you want to have the NDB, the ADF receiver to check the direction for NDB, it's the option, so we can order, but for base configuration of the airplane there are no more NDBs and no more ADFs on the automatic direction finders to find the NDB location anymore. So in the future everything will be satellite oriented. We'll have the CBus, we have the systems that transfer the GPS signal, and not only GPS but other signals to the airplane through the ground stations, and that signal can actually guide you like ILS. Guten Tag from Germany. Guten Tag, Captain. Okay, already answered. Hello, sir. What is maximum height to be a pilot? There is no such a restriction in my airline or my country, but it depends on your local regulation. So you may check it out, go to air medical facility and ask them. What do you think about Indigo? Already answered. Hello, I'm 14 and going to fly gliders. Okay, I already answered. That's great. I was flying many times with UAE to Kiev and back to Tel Aviv, but never saw you inside the Boeing 737. We have 305 captains in my airline, so I hope to see you. Yeah. Hello, Dennis. Did you know that my dad used to be a Boeing 737 pilot? No. It's good. SFS Skycracker. Nice nickname. Which license is the best, EASA or FAA? I would thank you for answer in advance. Sanjar, it depends. If you want to fly in America, FAA is better. If you want to fly in Europe, EASA is better, because you cannot fly with FAA license in Europe. In America, you cannot fly with the EASA license, right? So it depends where you want to fly. In general, FAA license, to get FAA license, is more easy compared to EASA. You pass less exams, you have the license that do not require the simulator check to extend it if you do not have the break in your flight career. If you have a break, yes. If you if you have the break, you need to renew it through the simulator. Firstly, you apply, you pass everything, and then you have the license that is valid almost forever if you don't have the breaks. So the FAA is better. It's less regulated, has less bureaucratic things compared to EASA. Similar to driver license, let's say. Do you think about Indigo? Again, I already answered. What do you think about Indigo? I answered, I don't think about Indigo. I've never flown with them. Have you ever been to India? Not yet. What do you say about PIA? I don't know. I never flown with them, so if I fly one day with them, I can make a review. Of course, if I fly with some airline somewhere, of course I'll make a review for you guys. Is there any age restrictions in becoming a pilot, and is there a demand for new pilots currently? Thank you for answer, Captain. There is demand in some airlines. I shared on Facebook that American Airlines are hiring 1,500 pilots in nearby year, and that applies for many airlines. Ryanair is going to take back their personnel and also hire 2,000 people more nearby 2 years. So little by little, airlines are hiring pilots once again. It doesn't apply to my airline so far, but in future, I think next year we may also, I hope, hire first officers. What is your opinion on the Beluga XL cargo? It's strange looking airplane. I wonder how it flies, but it flies, and yeah, it's an aircraft that was built to carry parts for Airbus, same as Dreamlifter, right? But a little bit smaller. Anyway, I like it. Why not? What do they think about new revision of non-normal checklists like engine fire? Why they rotate the second fire extinguisher? Because for you not to concentrate on waiting. So first it was like rotate the fire switch to the side and wait for 30 seconds. Now we don't need to wait. So now you may start the evacuation. If you're sure that there is a fire, you may start right away. So you rotate and go to evacuation checklist if you need to do it. So now we save like 30 seconds. Before it was like rotate and wait for 30 seconds. Okay, it didn't extinguish. Okay, rotate to other. Okay, it didn't extinguish. So we save actually 30 seconds. And the other thing why this checklist was implemented, that it can guide you. There is no room for mistake if you do it by memory item. Now, okay, engine fire, stop, boom, 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 rejected takeoff, open the checklist, read. Very simple. And the probability for you to do mistakes while reading this checklist is very low. And it is put just under the evacuation checklist, so opening the QRH in that case is very fast, so you don't need to search for it. So I think it's a good feature that Boeing decided to do it. In my airline, we also had the same procedures, almost the same procedures before this checklist was implemented. So minor changes. Before, just we needed to wait 30 seconds for the next fire switch, next bottle discharge. Now don't need to wait, save the people. Do you know what is maximum? Oh, by the way, sorry. By the way, the second bottle you discharged during the evacuation. Do you know about the maximum weight to be pilot in India? No, I don't know. Usually it's not the maximum weight. Usually it's BMI index. You can Google BMI index. I will type here BMI, so you may check it out. on Google, and if it's usually if it's higher than 30, some airlines may not hire you. It's your weight-height ratio. Dennis, can a pilot be fired if he makes repeated mistakes? Betsy, good question. There are some of the mistakes that we have done, not unconsciously, but how to say it in English? My English is not so good. That we done not intentionally, and there are mistakes that we do in intentions. If it was the big mistake that was done intentionally, for example, landing below minimum, that led to some bad circumstances. For example, the minimum is 200 feet, and pilot decide, okay, now I can descend to 100 feet below minimum. It's the violation. If this violation led to some kind of, I don't know, event, incident, accident, this pilot will be fired for sure. If someone would know that this pilot descended below 200 feet, he will be fired also. And his license also would be suspended because it's clear violation of air law. If you down some inattentively, didn't switch the engine anti-ice and something, engine surge and stall happened, but you just forgot to switch it. Oh, we need to switch. Still, you can be punished in some way, but your license won't be suspended and you won't get fired because it's your mistake. In that case, you need to write, yes, it's my mistake. I was busy with ATC, something deflected my attention, and we didn't switch the engine ATS on, and the ice was built, and yeah, we had engine surge on one of the engines. We had to remove the thrust. I hadn't had this case, but just as example for you, right? So there are some of the mistakes that were done inattentively, and for intensive mistakes that you done violating the air rules, for sure your license will get suspended and you'll get fired from the airline. So we can speak about it forever, not forever, but for a long time. But all people do mistakes. I do mistakes. Everyone, instructors, TRIs, TREs. According to statistics, per one flight we do for around 10 mistakes, 10. But for one leg, but they're usually done inattentively. So someone put the wrong switch, but you correct at the proper time. So the corrected mistake is not perceived as a mistake. There are some slips, slips. Then you drive the car and you turn to for example, you drive the car to your house and suddenly your road is blocked, your turn to your house is blocked, but you do this kind of action all the time, and you know that the road is blocked, but you subconsciously turn to the same road and you enter the blocked road. It's my slip mistake. So we had some slips. We are not robots, we are humans, but we also can think non-standard. We have non-standard thinking, partial thinking, and abstract thinking, and that's why we still can deal with problems in more effective ways than machines. Hello, Captain. I'm currently flying the 747-8 from Luxembourg to Baku. Just left Ukraine. On simulator, of course. Safe flight to you. Okay, guys. There are so many comments. If I do not reply to a question or comment, don't worry. You may write a question once again because the chat is overloaded, even though there are not many people. 74 people watching me. Wow! It's higher than usual. Usually it's like 60-50. Hey, hey. What subjects do you have to take to be a pilot? Math, physics, and of course English. Then you enter the flight school, your subjects will be a little bit different. So the physics will be split to aerodynamics, and mathematics will be split to, let's say, navigation. To understand the navigation, really you need the geometry part of mathematics. You need to understand angles, also sinuses, cosinus, and etc. This angular values. I've been into being a pilot and I'm yet learning. I want to know about hydraulics in plane. Thank pilot Dennis. Hydraulics. You can find hydraulics on every plane. They're a little bit different on every jet plane, I would say. I used to fly the ATR, we still had hydraulics, but they were just for the flaps, gear, and spoilers. The flight controls were fully manual. What subjects do you have to take to be a pilot? Already answered. Is Fcom and Cbt same? No, totally different. The Fcom gives you the full story. The Cbt is basically the computer program that helps you to understand the aircraft systems. I would suggest, like, before, if you want to have type rating on an airplane, first go to the Fcom, just briefly, the system part of the Fcom systems, aircraft systems. Go briefly there, then switch to the Cbt, and then Fcom again. Then you will understand in more proper way. That's how I did it. How often do you use the rudder than landing 737? Quite often. Then I have a crosswind especially. Just curious, what kind of bonus are pilots getting paid to deny that the Earth is really flat? To deny, I cannot say. They forbid me to tell how much money I got paid to deny that the Earth is flat. Sorry, you cannot say this. This is classified information. Captain, how is joining virtual UA help me learning about the 737? I joined virtual UA and now I'm learning 737 CBT for more systems understanding. Wow, great, Mohammed. I would suggest to you, my friends, if you want, well, I would suggest even for pilots who want to have type rating to fly the flight simulator with the guys who know it. And virtual UAE, they always help me with Discord. They help me with flight simulator as well. So know those guys, and everything is free there. So we may join their community. They fly the real flights to, like we fly. Then we flew to Madeira. Imagine the same day, the same time they flew the airplane also to Madeira. Some of the guys flew the same flight on the flight simulator with ATC, with everything. Wow, it was really great. And also they have some kind of academy where you can study, and it's for free, my friends. So we have awesome community. They also help me, as I said. Hi Dennis, my dream job is to become a Boeing 737 pilot like you, so I want to know if I can to fly for Two Airlines, and have you ever flown in South Africa? You can fly for Two Airlines. I didn't get the question, but I haven't been into South Africa, sorry. And good luck with your dream. It's the fantastic airplane, and I really think that it's quite safe to fly. So go for it. Sorry, I need to drink some water. I have the cup of water, not the bottle of water. I heard I saw the joke recently in TikTok. Oh my god, it was so funny. The British accent. Tell me, what is this? This is the bow water. Bow water. Sorry, British guys, but I like the British accent. Uh, People, the crew, woman, give me stress these days. Also, the passengers these days want to fly it with. I didn't get the question. Hey Dennis, did you heard about free sky law in Ukraine? With yeah, I heard about it actually. There are some of the countries where you actually apply this norm. For example, there's no limits to fly to Italy, no limits to fly to Germany. So actually, these norms applied well before, years before. The demand is low. Demand is low. So with that option, we will sign for sure. I know about it. With that option, probably someone will go for the local market. But you see, our local market is very small as well. And with with the passengers we have, no, my friend, it's the market is very small in Ukraine, the local market especially. And for international flights, we have the model, the hub model, and we don't have really the huge competition, no matter if the open air law will exist or not. Now we have the competition with Qatar, with Turkish for the hub model in Berispol, but still for the price we are winning, I think. What is the difference, by the way, QNH and altimeter? QNH is the pressure that you set, the pressure relative to the airport elevation means above mean sea level, and that's you set on an altimeter. Hi Captain, can someone start flying lessons at 31 years old of age and be airline pilot? Yes, it's still the young age to become a pilot. How often there is a real flight with the passengers and fighting? How often there how often there is a real flight with the passengers then what is the flying? I didn't get the question, sorry. Do you enjoy working home or you preferred Asia? I would like to fly from Ukraine, from my city, because it's more comfortable for me. Even though the salary here is less compared to my previous airline, I still would choose to fly from home. Then you fly to other countries, and ATC has a strong accent. What do you do if you don't understand what he says, he or she? Say again, the phrase say again, and say again until you understand. How long do you... Okay.
Licenses are needed to become a first officer, and how many hours in total?
Rakti Unity. Tell me, don't need to do it one more donation, just write in chat. I'll try to find the questions. Just answer me correction, where are you from, because it depends on your country. For example, here in Ukraine, to become a first officer you need just 200 hours and you can join the cadet program, and yeah, that's it. For European countries, you need to have 500 hours. About the licenses, you need to have the commercial pilot license, CPL, or in the United States, it's called just commercial license. That's it. If you want to join the big airlines, not regional, no, just even for regional, you need to have the ATP rating if you are from United States. if you're from United States, I just go to the bottom to see his comment. Where is he from? Rightly Unity. Right Unity. Where are you from, my friend? Okay, for United States, as I said to you, you need to have ATP rating, and in that case you need 1,500 hours, quite a lot, and it's the downside of pilot career, to build your pilot career in United States. So commercial pilot license depends on country. 200 hours could be 500 hours, or in America, ATP rating and 1,500 hours to join the commercial airline, to be the commercial airline pilot. Guys, I will go to bottom of the chat. Sorry if I miss your question. You may ask them once again. I'll see them. By the way, Righties Unity, thank you very much for your support for my goal. Thank you. I hope I answered your question a little bit. Okay. Hi, Captain. Do you need to study a bit computer for becoming a pilot? We have really not. I use the computer just to communicate with office, with managers. That's it. If we speak about iPad that we use for navigation and for documents, it's very simple. Even kid can do it. So very, very simple. I love your videos, man. Quick question: Do you plane spot? Yes, I spotted the planes on my previous live stream. We spotted the planes in Borispol from the phone. Dennis, are you flying to Dubai anytime soon? Not until 15th of this month, and after 15th I don't have my schedule. So for this month I think I will not have it. What's the first plane you flew on? The first plane was not really the plane, but the glider, L-13 Blanik. I was just wondering about the soft skill, the communication, the flights with the fights with the attendant, with the manager. I have never seen the fights inside the airplane other than passenger flights, I think. Not fights, but flights. Still don't get the question. How much concern do you have for ear protection? Do you ever use protection? Then I walk around, I do like this. If I forget my earphones. But actually inside the cockpit, under the observer seat, we have the case where I can find the ear protection, like headphones for protection. So I may use them. Or I may use the personal earplugs. That's it. Wow, maybe I need to disable the mode even more. There are so many questions, so many comments, and still we have just 56 people watching.
For nice and informative work as usual, smile.
Libor Palenik, thank you so much. I think it was too much. Oh man, I think it was too much from your side. But anyway, thank you very, very much. We're almost there with the next project. Thank you so much for that. And Libor Palenik, I hope it's comfortable for you to donate this much. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked about this donation. Thank you so much, because yeah, nowadays you really helped me so far, because I cannot direct my earnings that I earn flying the airplanes to what I do. Actually, I just moved to my new apartments. Just want to show you that no one seen. That's my selling. And ouch, ouch, ouch. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, yeah. I have this light, you see, so I'm still in the progress of doing some repairs here in my apartment. So I direct all the salary to do the repairs in my current apartment. Ouch, what is happening there? So I don't have this even cell candle, you may call it, or something. So thank you for much. With your donation, I will divert this money just for YouTube channel, and that's it. Thank you very much for your support, guys. What project are you working on? I'm working on Antonov 24. It will be the video similar to Madeira. So I will fly as a passenger. I'm going to review the airplane, and also I want to review the Yakovlev. The problem with the Yakovlev is that Yakovlev 40 is flying just on the charter flights nowadays, and we have the legendary Yakovlev. Actually, this particular Yakovlev that is in Motor Siege Airlines, it ditched into the swans, into the lake, actually in Kiev city, long time ago, and then it was the Soviet Union. And this particular airplane was restored and still flies. Crazy. So there are many Yakovlevs that lost the airworthiness, etc. But we have one Yakovlev that was actually ditched landing, was forced landing without the engines to the lake, to the swamp in Kiev city. It's crazy. So I want to have the review about this story, the review of this airplane, and now I'm just waiting maybe for the autumn to review the Yakovlev, because they will start to fly for schedules. And just for better mood. My boot is great, Alex. Thank you very much for your donations. Thank you so much. And first we're gonna review. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. First we're gonna review the Antonov 24, because I flown this aircraft and I have so many stories about it. And so it will be like story review at the same video. And I'll tell you again about one more forced landing of this aircraft that took place in Ukraine. Very interesting story, and not many people know about it. Not to that particular plane that they got, but I hope that video will be awesome. So the next also project is to fly the Airline, the Motor Siege. Yak is a vertical takeoff, right? No, Yakovlev 40. It's a passenger airplane with 3 engines. Then we'll explain 11 stream B on your channel. Maybe next time we'll fly the X-plane. The guys from Virtual UAA told me that they have the new Zibo model that works perfectly, and I really want to see how it flies, and probably will do the stream with you checking this model, the new Boeing 747 Zibo model. And they say that the vertical navigation works absolutely great, so I want to check this out. Hi, Captain. Then we have to move flaps from 15 to 1, then going around with 1 engines in operative. Yes, you approach with 15 and you reduce to flaps 1, then on go around. Yes, that's what you do. Because with flaps 15 you have much less drag compared to flaps 30. The one time you fly with the flaps 15 on the go around, the dog is barking outside, sorry. So the one thing you do, you fly with flaps 15 on single engine, then you have the engine failure during go around. So go around, set go around power flaps 15, boom, you have the engine failure. In this case, you do not retract them to flaps 1, you fly with one engine, flaps 15, until reaching acceleration. So that's the only case. Boom. Do you like cargo planes? Would you like to be a cargo pilot? There are some pluses and minuses. I like what I do now, but I think there are lots of pluses also in cargo profession. So you have less problems on your airplane. The cargo, they don't need fresh air, they don't need food, they will not give you some problems, you know. The cargo behaves always good if it's fixed. And the big minus for cargo pilot profession is then you fly mostly at the night time, and I think it's not for me. Hi Dennis, how are you? We also have Elal Virtual, and there we fly the realistic flight with the realistic registration aircraft and same time, so it's good to know that there is FlyUA. Yeah, no doubt. There is FlyUA, and also I gave the guys the information about particular airplanes, so they have really exact setting for the cockpit. Everything is the same as in real aircraft, you know, and it's absolutely great. Sir, before engine startup, sound of cabin becomes quiet. Why is it so? Because before engine startup, we select the packs off. Packs are basically two air conditioners underneath the airplane. So the air from the auxiliary power unit goes not to the air condition, but it goes to the engine starter, because we have the air starter for the jet engines. And it starts the engine, so we need to remove the air to cool down the cabin compartment or to warm up the cabin compartment. So temporarily you'll be in uncomfortable environment, right? The engine starts, doesn't take more than 5 minutes on 737 NG, so it is temporary. After going to flight school, what do you need to do, Captain? Find the job. It's probably the hardest part of everything. Well, the most hard part is to get the money for pilot training. The second hard.
What do you think about Berea aircraft, especially the B-200?
I will reply in just a second. I'll finish with this. So first, the hardest thing is to get the money for training, and second is find your job. In some of the countries, you can find the job very easily. Like in the United States, there are so many jobs for the pilots who got the single engine rating. Here in Europe, it could be difficult to find the first job, so sometimes you need to wait. Many of my mates waited for years for the first job. What do you think about Berea aircraft, especially Berea 200? They are awesome, and I saw the video how they work extinguishing the fire in Antalya region of Turkey. It is absolutely impressive. They can take tons of water. They don't need to stop to put the water inside the plane. So they need to just land, roll the airplane over the water, then take off, and they're ready to drop it once again. So I have my mate who's also working now in Antalya. He flies the helicopter Fcom 27. They work for the actually Ukrainian company, work worldwide, extinguishing the fires in Indonesia, in Turkey. So they have the job now, and it's terrible what is happening there. If we speak about the airplane, I think it's good airplane. It's really good. Will you fly Airbus A320? Why not? Captain, what's the difference between Fcom V1, Fcom V2, and Fcom V3? So there are 3 options in the VUR website. Then I went to Boeing Central Aircraft documents. Maybe they have several versions. Mohammed, I think you can check out the support. If they have the support, there is the guy called the Transistor, Robert Transistor, and he may help you with everything. So don't hesitate to ask them, because I don't really know what those FCOM's versions. Maybe they have the latest version, like version 2, but it's just my guess. What is the first thing you will do if you get the opportunity to visit India? I don't know. I like mountains. Probably I'll go to the north, to the mountainous regions of India, maybe, or maybe to the south to see the ocean. I don't know. From what I heard, that India is. I don't like to stay in Delhi, in Mumbai, because the cities are covered by smoke most of the time. That's what I heard. I never been there, but the ecological part of life in those big cities is not good. So I'll probably choose to travel somewhere through the villages to see the mountains, to see the nature mostly. And see the local people in the remote places. Hi, Captain Dennis. Do you have many complications on flights? No complications at all. Well, sometimes we have, right? Sometimes you have melts. Sometimes it's very rare, but sometimes you may have some issues when you're flying.
Are you ever planning to change airline or aircraft in the future?
Polish 3 pilot. Thank you for your support. No, I'm not planning. I was flying on ATR before in Indonesia, and I have already the experience flying abroad. And what can I say? I live just 15 minutes away from my airport, and most of that, like 80% of my flights are then I take off from the Bristol airport, and I arrive back to Bristol. I have the family, I have free time. What else do I need? So about the aircraft, so I don't want to change the airline. I can change the airline if something will go wrong with the airline, and yeah, the world is unstable, or they would not need me anymore. So the 2 cases if I change. Or the 3rd case, I'll just retire. So my goal is just to retire from this airline. If something happens to Ukraine International, of course I will search for other job, for other opportunities. But for now, I feel absolutely comfortable flying here. If we speak about the airplanes, as you probably know, we have 777s. They are not flying so far, but I think in the future we'll have them flying. So if I'll have the proposal to fly other plane, Embraer, 777, I will not fly that plane. No, I will agree to fly any plane that airlines wants me to fly. And it's good, because if you are in the same position for a very, very long time, you'll become like very robust in your mind thinking, very lazy person. So this changing can bring you to some active life, active piloting life, I think. So I hope I answer your question, and thank you very much for your support. How long did it take you to be a captain? 3 years. So I joined the UTR Ukraine, and I was 22, and in 25 I was a captain. Dennis, is Doha Hamad Airport the busiest airport in Middle East, and why, Betsy? I don't know. I've never been to Doha, but probably I'll visit this place because I really want to discover this Middle East part of our planet. So yeah, probably one day I'll go there. Can you fly for two airlines? Team Man El Tido. Depends. Some airlines, if they'll, well, you can have like vacation and go to Asia, to Africa for the private contract. There are for 1 month, for example, or 3 months. You may say like, I need the vacation and also unpaid vacation, unpaid leave for 3 months and fly somewhere in Kabul, Afghanistan. But really, if some airlines will understand that you spend this time for flying for someone, you can get yourself into troubles, probably. But I haven't heard these stories, but there are such kind of options. What is the first thing you do with it if you get the opportunity? Already answered. Hi, Captain. Would you fly for Qatar Airways? No. I like Qatar Airways. From all the Middle East airlines, probably I like them most because they have the variety of fleet. They have short, middle-range airplanes like Airbus A320s. They have 787s, A350s, A380s, 777s. So they have even private fleet, Gulfstreams or something. So yeah, it's a wonderful airline. But as I said to you, I will stick to my airline. If I would have to choose the airlines, my next airline, if due to some circumstances, probably the Qatar will be the first airline that I would apply to, the Qatar Airways. Because I also like their CEO. He's an interesting guy. Akbar El Bakir, as far as I remember. I heard his interview, and actually, why not to speak with the guy? I will send him email, and he's a very talkative person. He participated on other YouTube channels with the aviation enthusiasts, so why not me? So I'll email him for sure, and probably he will agree to speak with me on a live stream like we do right now. Crazy idea, but this world is crazy. If someone would tell me that I would film Maria airplane, I will have the access to Maria airplane, I wouldn't believe it. If someone would tell me that I will film the live stream with Mentor Pilot, I wouldn't believe it. And about the Madeira flight, I would also never believe it. The flight over Kiev, yeah, the same. So we have some projects that even me, I can't believe that I film it. Especially, Maria and flight over Kiev and everything. So why not to rise the limit? What is the limit? The sky is the limit, right? So we might take the interview with Akbar El-Bakir is his name. Akbar El-Bakir, I think so. A very nice guy. A very nice guy. Hi, Captain. What is your Microsoft Flight Simulator user? Pilot block? How much do you get paid, sir? Sorry, I cannot tell you. There was the similar question, so you can Google pilot salary, Boeing 737 pilot salary, and divide it at least by 2, because in Ukraine we have less salaries compared to Europe or America. What plane model would you fly after 737? I don't know. For now, I fly 737. Probably I'll fly it for the rest of my career. I don't know. How much do you get paid? Already answered. Hello, Captain. Who brings the plane to passenger stand? Who brings? Pilot brings with the steering. On some airplanes, they can taxi, like I think Airbus A350. They have automation taxi on some of the variants, but not for 737. It's totally manual. Wife, kids? Yes, I have wife and I have one kid, daughter. She's 7 years old. This month she will be 8. Thanks for inside views of the cockpit and how plane is flown. I was in the dark for years. Your inspiration. Thank you, Romani Hall, for watching me. Hey, Captain, what do you think to become a pilot in 2021? Sorry, I'll answer the question before, and then I'll answer your, okay? Because it's wide question, big question. What is the next awesome project? Antonov 24 review, Aviation Museum review in Poltava, and vlogs. But the next awesome project will be Antonov 24 and Yakovlev. They may not appear right away because I need to finish. Where is my finger? Here. I need to finish it, and then I will bring it to life. And probably it will be next month or in autumn. And is it the right time to become a pilot in 2021? There is no right time to become a pilot. If you would think about the right time, you will never become a pilot. That's my idea. If you need perfect time, there's the meme, the skeleton with the dress like in a wedding dress, the skeleton sitting on a bench, and the title says waiting for a perfect man. So it's the same for you. If you want to become a pilot, become a pilot. Become a pilot, no matter what, because there will be crises. Especially this aviation industry is very sensitive to everything. Economical crisis, terrorist attack in 2001, 9/11. Remember, everything dropped. Virus, boom. Hong Kong virus in 2008, everything dropped. COVID, everything dropped. So there is no perfect time. It's like this. You're always on a surf. If you're lucky, you can surf this high wave. But how can you guess when it will be? Then I graduated from my flight academy. There was only one airline hiring, just one airline. And I was lucky to find this wave. But my friends who graduated the same time, they waited for 2 years for their first job. Imagine. But they became the captains on 737 faster than me, because I joined the wave, but this wave brought me just to ATR. And they waited for the next wave, and that wave brought them for Boeing 737 directly from the academy. So you may lose at some point, but you can win from other point, you see? So it's never the perfect time, never. There will be crises, even worse crises than this crisis, believe me. We need to prepare and mentally understand that we are humans. We need to do what we need to do. I hope the crisis will be over. As always, this wave. Remember about this wave. It will be over in a couple of years. There will be jobs, and maybe next year there will be jobs, many, many, many jobs. I should do a live stream in Pilot Alexandrov, Pilot Maria would be interesting. You should do a live stream. Okay, I don't know them. Sorry. How did you find your first job? Thanks. Actually, my mate from academy, he said, "Oh, there's the Ukrainian Airline is going to start their work." to start the operation in Ukraine. So the mother airline is quite big in Russia, and they wanted to do this kind of airline here, flying ATR. And I say, okay, can I join? Can you give me the contacts? And he say, yeah. This is the email, so I'll mail them, and I got the invitation for the interview, and I passed it. Then as you look really relaxing, and your English is good. No, it's not good. Take a drink. I already drink. Thank you, Betsy. Do you have passed a criminal background check before becoming a pilot, Captain? Thank you. Some airlines, not some airlines, all airlines require criminal background check. Garuda Indonesia required, Emirates required. So even for visa, to apply to visa to visit other country, for working visa, they require the criminal background check. And of course, then you join the airline, they will check you. In my airline, we have internal team for security, and they also check everything. Yeah. Hi, Captain. How did you find your first job? Yeah, already described. Captain, what type of mathematics is used in mathematics? You're ignoring my question, Captain. I mean, Captain, what type of mathematics is used in mathematics? You are ignoring my question. What? What is the question? What type of mathematics is used in mathematics? Where is the question? Where is the question? Type of mathematics used. I'm not ignoring. I mean, just ask. What do you do you want? I mean, I'm not joking. I cannot understand it. What type of mathematics are used in aviation? Mostly geometry and all these functions, the sinuses, cosinuses, angular functions. You see. I'm not angry. I'm not bad. Sorry, but it's just funny. Do you know where there is the 737 MAX mode for explain? Oh, I think yes, there is, but I wonder about the quality of the model. Then did you get your private pilot license? In 2007. Hi, Captain. I'm a specs wearing person and eligible to become a pilot. Is specs wearing? What is specs? Sorry, my English is not so good, so I'll Google it. Specs. Ah, you mean glasses? Go and check it out with aviation doctor. And if you wear the glasses, I think it doesn't really matter nowadays. Do you know what is the common question on interview? One of the common question that I was asked on most of the interviews I had is my background as a pilot. And the most popular question, why do you want to join us? Why do you want to fly with us? So that's the most common question. Which is your favorite plane? Probably Antonov 28. Captain, did you open your 100,000 play button? Really want to see your reaction. I wanted to open it on the flight. I have a flight to Malpensa, Milano, Italy, on Friday, but yesterday I checked out my schedule and they put one more flight for me tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna fly to Paris, Charles de Gaulle Airport. I'm gonna take my button there and I'm gonna unbox it with you. I didn't unbox it actually, so I will unbox it with you tomorrow in Paris. I'll film the video and then I'll arrive. I will put this video on my channel. So it will be very interesting, yeah, to unbox the button with you, because it's not just my button. It's yours as well, but I still don't know what is inside. I know that something is inside. I didn't unbox it. It's in my bag. I will not show you, but yeah, I'll take it with me tomorrow. It will be interesting video. How old max career pilot? No, you can fly up to 65 usually. Have you ever been to India? No, no, not yet. Captain, did you open your... yeah, already answered. Hi, Captain. How did you find your first... already answered. Captain, the checklist and QRH which are available on Flyair website are the same used in your airline? Yes, they're the same. Hello, pilot. I'm Sri Lanka. Greetings to Sri Lanka. Can you decide which plane to fly, or the airline decides? Airline decides. There is one way how I can decide. If there is something doesn't work, for example, I had the case that my wiper wasn't in operation and it was raining. And according to minimum equipment list, there should be not any rain over the field. So I call, I will not fly this plane and say, what happened? I say, something happened to the wiper. Oh, we'll bring you the other plane. So I changed the plane, and it appeared that something was wrong with this rotor of the linkage with the wiper. Can I go to the flight school at age of 16? Depends on your country regulations. You can call to the flight school and check out with them. Usually you can go at 16. Is there a easy formula for set the distance to start turn for flyover point? There's the radius formula. I cannot show it to you, but you can Google radius of turn formula and you can calculate the time that you need to turn. But usually nowadays with GPS, satellites, etc., you just put the LNAV and aircraft follows it. If you speak about this small plane, and distance to start the turn for flyover point. Just distance and your speed. Check your speed, distance. That's the universal formula if we speak about the small planes. Dennis, to stay on the top airlines, you must have seen star safety rating. That important. To stay in the top airlines, you know, all of these ratings, they are fake. As for me, don't tell to Skytrax. Some say they are scam tracks. But actually, I don't believe in this private companies' ratings. I would rather believe to passengers, to their reviews. Where was your favorite plane spotting? I'm not really the plane spotter. Not really. It's not my hobby. But then I see the plane sometimes and film it. I don't have the spotting equipment, so sorry. If I would live in Madeira airport, like Pedro did, who filmed the video of landing, takeoff of my airplane, yeah, of course it would be my hobby in that case. I would buy the perfect camera to film, but not in my case. What did you pay for your aviation school? Well, I didn't pay anything really. I just paid for commercial pilot training, around $6,000 up to $7,000 for the training. For PPL, I was working as mechanic on the airplane, and I had no salary, but they gave me the flights, so I got my PPL in that, like that. And for commercial, I needed to pay. Hi, Captain. If a pilot has a mental or family problem, can he take time off? Yes, of course. Of course. We have psychologists in our airline, So if you have such a problem, health problem with your kids or serious problem with your relatives, you just come and say, I need the time. And they say, okay, we'll provide you with some vacation. And you go and solve your problems, because it can influence your job, of course. Opinions on Athens airport. Favorite airport to fly to? My favorite airport is Borispol, and about Athens, it's sometimes you experience gusty wind there. Once I had a very interesting landing. It was the short field performance 2 airplane with quite low speed. It has quite low speed on approach, and I reduced the thrust before flaring the airplane, and I reduced the thrust, and immediately aircraft hit the runway. I heard it was the hard landing, but after we checked out the G meter, it showed 1.36. I wonder why, but it was the case there. So we had a really strong headwind, 36 knots. Descending to Baku, yeah, good. Pilot in Madeira video was playing with the yoke during playing with the yoke. He was flying the airplane. Imagine flying that, then the wind is always changing. If you look at this video, if you look at this aircraft closer on approach, on a takeoff especially, it's clearly seen how the wings wave. For the aircraft to fly stably, you need to counter-react always. So we have updrafts, downdrafts, wind change. On one wing there's high lift created, on other low lift created, so it's totally changing in this environment. Have the crosswind, we have a headwind, it's always circles in that particular airport. If you watch my video about the Baku, the landing in the gusty wind conditions, you will see the same picture. The Boeing 737 has no fly-by-wire system, so you need to control the airplane. You need to deflect the yoke. Aircraft will fly straight, but you need to counter-react to the forces. The aircraft flies straight, but you're always working. It's normal. Hello, Captain. How to get a job? Search in internet. That's it. I would also recommend not just to send your resume, send your CV through their email, but also to go personally to airline headquarters. I know that sometimes the entry is forbidden, but knock the bell, ring the door, knock the door, ring the bell, and have a paper copy, hard copy, and say, I want to work. Please. So that is how you increase your chances, usually. But some airlines, they doesn't have this option. Just apply through the career website. That's it. Dennis, once again, wink to me. Thank you, Betsy. What's your full name? It's Dennis Davidov. If we speak about, we can also add the father's name. It's Sergeyevich. Dennis Davidov Sergeyevich. Hi, do you need to be very good in school to be able to? Usually not, but if you want to join the state-sponsored program for pilot training, which can be the option in your country, you need to be the best of the best. Have you flown to Bucharest? Not yet. Opinion on Minsk airport. Oh, last time I was very long time ago there. Maybe 2 years ago, maybe more, because even before the crisis we stopped flying to Minsk. It's very expensive airport. I remember I needed to pay with my card there, and it was so expensive. No, it's very expensive airport, but it's like a local airport we might find in the ex-Soviet Union countries, so it's okay. How professional will be able to fly? I joined I really want to fly as professional as I want and feel like a real pilot. Mohammed, I think they can provide you with that. I think they are good guys and they can explain you everything. Captain, I want to be a 747 captain, and it's my dream. So how do I begin with my dream? Mahir, depends on what stage you are. Are you flying? If not, go to flight school. Dennis, the A380 has a tail camera. Yeah. Is that also on your 737? No. It's a big aircraft, you know, A380. You can put cameras, you can put everything in there. 737, no, it should be cheap airplane, you know, no cameras, no. What do you think about Soviet aircraft? Some of them are nice, some of them are crap. Soviet aircraft has wonderful design for the fuselage, for the wings, but we always had the problems with the engines. So Motor Stitch company, they produce the engines, but if you compare those with the Pratt & Whitney, with General Electric, yeah, of course we'll lose for the fuel consumption, for the thrust, and for most of the parameters. So basically, all this old Soviet aircraft, they are thirsty. They consume tons of fuel. Even this small Yakolev 40, the consumption is very high for that. Hi, what aviation will do then? Crude oil will be no more. I mean, does electric planes can be manufactured and replaced by big airplanes like 737 or wide-body aircraft? Yeah, I think it's not possible. I think it's not possible to replace the jet engine with electric motor. Will not have the same RPM. For turboprop, yeah, we can replace the propellers with electrical engines, but in that case, we'll fly very slowly. So we need to use the jet engine with this similar type of fuel. There are some researches for hydrogen, option for hydrogen fuel, and also option for the crop fuel that you can have from the crops, from agriculture, but it's the worst case because we use agriculture to feed the people population. In case we'll use this grass, wheat, everything for fuel, we'll need lots of fields just to feed the engines, not people, and it's the bad case, I think, because more people will be hungry, and it's the great problem we have in our planet. How professional will I be? Okay, that's the same. What do you think about NDB navigation? I already answered the question. Alex, what is the strange bike at 3042? I don't know. I cannot open the other video right now. That's you're very funny. Yeah, probably. KBP top. Hello, greetings from Indonesia. Sorry late. Selamat sore. Would you like to be captain on 777X? Why not? Guys, I want to stay with you a little bit longer, so if you have the opportunity, please like this video. It will help the YouTube to promote it throughout the algorithms for many more people to see our live streams. Just want to check it out, so if you don't mind, just press the like I'm asking you, and we'll just see if the number of current views increase. Thank you for that. Muhammad Anmar, really enjoyed the stream. Thank you too for interesting questions. Do you like Concorde or Tupolev? Yeah, I think it's the most beautiful airplanes that were ever made. If we speak about visual part, the design, I think they are absolutely great. Where did you done your CPL training? In Urga Airline, together with Kirograd Flight Academy. It's now Kropivnitsky Flight Academy. Did you fly with the Sukhoi as a pilot? No. The Yak 40 only needs one engine for its size. Right. Right. With two engines, it would be the perfect airplane. Dennis, do you have more flights now? Yeah, we have many more flights. I had many flights and many flight hours last month, like 70 hours. I think it's quite a lot. Kids are yelling outside. Thanks for replying, Captain. Love from India. Love to you. What advice can you give me to be a great pilot? The great pilot, the professional pilot, is always learning pilot, constantly learning pilot. So don't give up, because I did the mistake. Then I became the first officer on ATR. I just put my hands down and say, "Oh, I'm a pilot." And at my first flight simulator, I get so many remarks that I understand that I need to learn more, and I don't know anything. So then you are a pilot, don't forget to learn. That don't think that you know everything, right? So it was my mistake, and I learned on my mistake. Don't do my mistake. Yo, what's up, bro? How's it going? It's going fine. Captain, you're inspiring. Keep up with amazing work. Thank you so much. How old are you, Captain? I'm 34. 3-4. Already old guy. What do you think about Chinese aircraft? I need to search to check out the information about it. They are building some kind of jet project to replace to have the competitor for 737 for Airbus. I think it has a future, but mostly for China. What is the full form of ETOPS? Full form? I didn't get the full form. You mean the abbreviation? You can Google it and check it out. It is my dream to become a pilot. I would be nice if you could give me some tips. Your dream. Try to spend less for that. I think if you have the problem with that, well, I tried to spend the less money that I could, and the quality was nice even for that money. And yeah, what else? Some tips. Just learn, focus on learning, and enjoy the process. And as I say to you, always learn. Samraj, when are you going to fly glider? Yeah, I promised to you to fly at 30,000 subscribers. I'm gonna fly it, no worries. To tow the glider, yeah? You asked me to tow the glider. Can you fly all the planes in your airline? No, just one type, Boeing 737. Does your job as a pilot affect the time you spend with your family? Greatly. Not greatly, but of course it affects it, especially when I have overnight stays somewhere. We don't have them lots, but I had last month like 3 flights overnight. Then I was flying quite hard outside the home base. It was not so good. I don't like that. I would like to fly from very small to land in very small, but sometimes it's okay. Sometimes not okay. Mostly I like, as I said, to fly from very small to land in very small, to meet my family every day. But someone needs to fly, and we fly overnight stays away from the base as well. Are you allowed to fly in Madeira? Not as pilot flying for now. Not as pilot flying. For monitoring, yes. If there's a petroleum shortage, I think there would be a synthetic fuel before electric aircraft. Yeah. Hello, I can become a pilot. I'm 14 years old. I want to be a pilot. In 40 years old, I think you can become a pilot of glider. 14. In 16, I think you can do it on airplanes, on small planes. How good were you in math? I really want to ask this because I'm not quite good at math right now, and I'm scared that my dream will go away. Please say, how did you understand math and in that way? Okay, what big flappy boy. That's the nickname. I was average at math, but I took extra lessons, private lessons, to understand it better, and that helped. So my recommendation for you is to have the extra lessons, and I think it may help. Not I think, I'm sure it will help. What are your tips to choose the good flight school? In my life, I didn't choose the good flight school. I choose the cheapest flight school. Cheapest way to become a pilot. I didn't pay for my flight school. I was work as a mechanic, but I don't know. Try to check out if the flight school is working together with some kind of airline, if they have collaboration, because they may provide it with some job opportunities afterwards. So you may focus on that. Also, try to choose the government supported flight school. It's been like almost 3 weeks since I left your Discord servers. I was the first guy to reach senior first officer. You left the Discord. Okay. I do not put lots of attention on Discord because I guess honestly I don't have time for all the social media. I need to improve my Instagram, to do some TikTok, of course YouTube, and I simply cannot do it alone. And about the Discord, I have some admins there, but there's nothing especially happening there right now. What I want to do, I want to do the chat with you there. So I'll choose the date, and we're gonna go together to the Discord chat, and there you can not only write, right? You can speak with me verbally. So there's the opportunity. It's like a global Skype call. So I'm just afraid that there will be too many people. But if I have right now 57 people watching me, I think there on Discord will be around 20 people constantly watching. So I think it will be all right. So we may try to do it on Discord, like a chat with you. I may fly the flight simulator there, and we may talk together. What I do, you can ask me a question directly. So the Discord is the only platform that can do it. So we may try to do it. Probably this Saturday. Why not? I will put in a schedule. We'll try to do it. And if you are on my Discord server, why not? Why not try it, right? Because this Saturday I should be free, so I'll do it at 4 p.m. So already announcement, right? So join my Discord for that. Don't worry, the Discord server chat is so dead right now. Yeah, I actually didn't understand why I need it, but I think the idea is that idea that that actually it's not my idea. I saw it, or it was the advice of the admin of Discord server, just to make this kind of verbal live chats. Dennis, have you ever worked in Asia? Yes, I was working in Indonesia. Discord, yeah. 4 p.m. local time or Zulu. 4 p.m. my local time, Zulu will be 1 p.m. What's your next flight, dude? My next flight will be tomorrow morning to Paris and back. Hi, hi, hi. Link, please. Okay, I can provide you with the link. I hope it's working. Let me check. So here's the link, and tell me if it's working or not. Do you know then Ukraine International will back their first officers? I hope next year. Captain, what kind of engine English degree did you had? TOEFL or LELTS? I don't have any. I don't have any kind of English degree. I just passed the English level, the aviation English level. That's it. I don't have any just graduation from the academy. I had some of degree there, and that's it. It's not the TOEFL. It's not the international degree. I just talk. My English is kind of bad. Which is worst flight experience? I don't have those. Thanks. Yeah. Have you been flown with your family as a pilot? Yeah. It was one of my last flights in Indonesia. Then I took my family to the island that we were based on for 1 week. Wonderful island in Langur, and I was a pilot carrying my family. I had even pictures about that memory. Nice. Then, why are the cabin lights dim on takeoff and landing, Betsy? To see the outside. Just try to look outside the window with your lights on in the room, and you'll understand that you cannot see anything. If you dim the lights in your room, you can see the outside. So that's the thing. What's your salary? Sorry, can't tell. According to my contract, it's the secret. Hi, Captain. Is it possible for the passenger to enter the cockpit? Sometimes before the flight and after the flight. You can. I entered the cockpit of Emirates like that. So you cannot do it in flight. So the passenger boarding completed, go from the cockpit. Otherwise, it can be bad for you. So before a flight, some airlines allow. Which is the worst flight experience? I don't have the worst flight experience. One thing you love about 737. I love the flight control system. I like the reliability of this airplane. About the flight control, why do I like it? Because even if you lose everything, hydraulic, electrical, engines, everything, you can still fly this airplane. Which engine starts first on 737? Engine number 2, usually, in case of normal operation. The ATPL is not easy, Captain. Yes. Nothing is easy in this life if you want to succeed in something. If it's easy, it's not worth it. Doesn't worth it. Or how to say it. Do you speak English or Ukrainian in the cockpit? Mostly Russian. Sometimes Ukrainian if my colleague speaks Ukrainian. But English just for procedures. Sorry. Does the Air 380 have a future? No. I think I found your flight, your departure at 9:30. Yeah. Give us a small brief about Rolls-Royce engines. There are three counters, three spools. Or if you speak about 777 engines, other than that, I don't know anything about that because I fly on 737 and it has CFM engines. Hi, also Kevin, how do you calculate your vertical speed? I do not calculate my vertical speed. Do you mean the required vertical speed? Or what? So I need to lose some kind of altitude. There is them video on my channel, how to descend the airplane, how do pilots know when to descend. So basically you need to know your ground speed, the altitude that you need to lose for the ground speed. You check out in how many minutes you should be in that particular point, and then increase the feet per minute. But actually you can dial on a flight management computer the required vertical speed for a specific point and put it there on MCP. And the easiest way is to use LNAV, VNAV, and everything will be done automatically. Can the FAA fly for free? I don't know. Which was your longest flight experience? 7 hours, 37 minutes from Almaty to Kiev. Hi, how difficult was your first first class medical examination? Wasn't really difficult, was okay. Why is the engine number 2 started first? Let me think. Why is the engine number 2 starts first? Interesting question. Maybe because the passenger are boarding from the left and the gate is near. I don't know. Please answer mine. What should I answer? Alex, do you think that the MS-21 would be popular or be successful? I think it will be popular in Russia and in some post-USSR countries. It will not be successful, and that's it. However, it may be a good airplane, but it will not be successful if we speak about the global market, right? Because it's the same. It's the same story with all Russian, Ukrainian-made airplanes. We have lack of the spare parts around the world. We have lack of the maintenance facilities around the world. If something will go wrong with the airplane, it's a big trouble. Big trouble to find the spare part. Big trouble to find the qualified maintenance to do the job. And actually, speaking about the experience of the Sukhoi Superjet that was in Brussels Airlines, they had so many bad stories about that plane because it was just grounded. Many of them were grounded. Spare parts were taken from the planes that were grounded to other planes that were flying, because to wait for the spare part it took like 2 months to wait for some simple spare part that for Boeing 737 you can find in a matter of hours, because 737 is widespread airplane, has many maintenance facilities around. You can have the maintenance on 737 in Chisinau and Kiev, in every major city of Europe. What about MS-21? Where are the maintenance guys? In Russia, on specific factory, that's it, on your airline. So there is the way, but you need to carry the spare parts. You need to have at least them on your airline. So you buy not only plane, but lots of the spare parts for the plane. So you buy basically two planes, and you always take the maintenance guys with you, the maintenance personnel, because no one is qualified in Europe to take care about the plane. So even if you have some problems with tires, you need to be qualified to identify it. Well, it is biggest problem for this post Soviet airplanes. So they may be good. Yeah, Antonov 148 is a nice machine in some sort. It has no competitors in this short haul jets. Sukhoi is, I think, it's also nice. MS-21 could be great, but not for the business, not for the big business. In Russia, maybe. Um, UAE had Antonov 148 in the past, yeah. Before they flew for Airspeed, after that in Ukraine International, now they fly for the government airline. Carries our chiefs of the country. Tishanel, yeah. What airline you fly for? It's Ukraine International Airlines. Have you faced any malfunctions in your aircraft? Of course, but there were tiny malfunctions, little malfunctions, or not significant, I would say, malfunctions. Have you ever flown to Antalya? Alanya Airport? No. When was your first flight, Captain? I need to check out my logbook. I don't remember my. Then was my. It was autumn. Oh no! It was August 2006. Then I flew the glider. Hi Nick. Hi. Nice to see you. Alex, that's so sad. It's a market. It's not sad story about those planes. It's just a market. Market prioritize has its own priorities. Okay, I need to remove this shadow because the camera is very interesting. Okay, now it's better. Hope. Hey, first of all superb videos. If you need glasses for flying, do you have to wear them all the time, or can you put them down during cruising? Yeah, you can put them down. Yeah, the camera is bad. I bought the very bad camera. I need to order the new camera for the live streams. So stupid guy pays twice. It was like, oh, the camera is HD and it's very cheap. Okay, I'll buy it. And then I bought it. You see, everything is so bright. So I need to buy some other camera. Hey Cap, good content. A quick question: do airlines prefer an integrated train student or modular train student? Integrated train student or modular train student? I don't really think I didn't really get what you mean. Both, I think. It depends on your actual interview, I think. Time to eat. I bring you something. Deal? Yeah. At the moment, are companies that are paying for type rating. I think there are few, but I don't know them. Wizz Air used to pay in Eastern Europe. They used to pay for the cadet program. Now cadets pay, but they guarantee the job. What is the wingspan of Boeing 737? Just open Fcom. It's as far as I remember 35 meters and 0.79. Yeah, pardon if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm right. 35.79. So in Google you may find 35.8, but actually it's 35.79. Do you have a car? Yeah, it's a simple car. I rarely use it, and yeah, the summertime I usually ride my motorcycle. Oh, have you flew the MD-11? No. To be a pilot, does it cost a lot? It does. Which is the best, Airbus A320 or Boeing 737? They are both good. What plane do you fly and prefer to fly? I fly the 737. I would prefer to fly 737. Captain, could you talk about first day of flying with passengers? Very stressful. Well, the first day was actually I was in a jump seat in the cockpit, so it wasn't really stressful. No, it was okay. I was right after the flight simulator, so it was fine. Your bird makes the videos a lot better. Stop spamming. Yeah, I already answered her question. Yeah, one more spam comment and I'll remove Amulia. Yeah, Sebastian. Now I'm student pilot and I'm worried about the job. How it's gonna be? Do you have some idea for the job? CTPL license, 30K for type rating is so much. Could not be enough. 30K could not be enough. Depends on your country actually, but in most of the cases it's not enough. About the future, there will be the future for pilot jobs for sure. Where does the UAE put aircraft for storage? Is it the same for owned and leased aircraft? Well, we put our 777 somewhere in Spain for long time storage, and we hope they will return next year. The climate in Spain is very soft compared to Ukraine because here we have heat in the summer and kind of lots of humidity, and also have the snow in the winter, so it's better to put in Spain. One of your memorable flights experience? Oh, I don't remember. Sorry guys, already have throat burning. It was a long time since I talked too much. How to fix the indicator airspeed disagree? Basically follow the memory items. Yes, disagree. Airspeed disagree, memory items, and then you go to the tables and somehow you fly the airplane without the airspeed. You need to identify the reliable source of the speed. If it's known, you fly according to the tables. You can check out, you can Google the QRH, we have the new checklist for that. And I've flown the exercise on the flight simulator. It's okay. Do you read books? Sometimes, quite rarely now. Don't have time with that amount of job we have now. Do you ever get tired at one point? Yeah, I'm tired already here now because I'm streaming for 2 hours and 8 minutes, and it was the long time since I talked too much, so it's getting tiring. Do big vans travel fast? I don't know. Do you have relationship with Japan? Japan? No. Sometimes we have charter flights to Japan. Sailors, we deliver sailors to Japan. That's it. Seaman. Love your videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. I'm from Romania. Do I will try with air or maybe ATR at Tehran? Depends on you, Sebastian. Depends on you. I will suggest you to go to the first airline that hires. Have you ever landed into Delamar? Yes. Even I have short video on my channel landing in Delamar. Did Ukraine operate into KJFK, New York? Their 777s. All the 777s of our airline are being grounded, and we're gonna start to fly to New York hopefully this year. Hopefully. Did you ever flew to Pula Airport in Croatia? No. When is your next departure? Tomorrow morning. Dennis, thank you so much for your content. Thank you for watching. When do you fly to Chernivtsi at Antonov 24? Evgenko. I don't know about Chernivtsi because I called to Motor Sich and they said to me that they have Antonov 24 en route from Odessa to Kiev and back. So about the Chernivtsi, I don't really know. On Chernivtsi, probably they fly on Antonov 140, and I don't want to film about that plane, at least for now. I want a Antonov 24. Until when we will reach this, I will book my flight and fly. I have some funds for raised on a Patreon. If I'll have enough funds raised here to pay for the ticket, to pay for a hotel, because I thought that the $200 is okay for that flight, but during the summertime, Motor Sich rose the price two times. So before the ticket costs like 1,000 grivnas, now it's 2,700. So $100 just for the ticket, one way, and also I need to pay for everything for the hotel, etc. And I want to do some review of the city, to pay for everything. I need this stuff as well. So I'll fly anyway. I think maybe even this month, but if you help me, it will be absolutely great. Can you do a video about the black box? Yeah, we can do. How often do airline pilots fly on week? Well, this week I fly 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Do you ever get scared talking to XTC? No, they are my mates. Why should I be scared? So, hello guys, hello my friends. No, I never scared. When do 737 pilots use flaps 25 for takeoff? Then no other flaps are okay. So I hadn't had these situations, but I heard that if you on short field, you can use 25. That's the short field performance airplanes only. Are you planning to make video of tomorrow's departure, Captain? Well, actually, I already had the video of flight to Paris, Charles de Gaulle, so probably tomorrow I'll just film the video with play button. I hope it's a play button, I didn't open it. So I'm just gonna open it inside the cockpit for you to see it from the video, and that's it. And probably I'll not film the video of landing or takeoff, but maybe I will. It depends on my colleague also. I don't know if he or she will agree with me to film the video, because I'm allowed to film in the cockpit by my airline, but I also ask all the time my colleague if he's or she is okay to be shown on YouTube, right? Because if they say no, I say okay, it's up to you, and I respect their opinion. It's the CRM, part of CRM. If they say no, it's okay, film, no worries, I'll film. but it won't be like entertaining video. Maybe I'll just make some short videos out of it, but it will not be the big review. I want to film the Malpensa. The day after tomorrow I'll fly to Italy, Malpensa, and I want to film it. I want to make a vlog, a day in life of airline pilot, fly to Malpensa, because I already have the flight to Paris, but I don't have the flight to Malpensa. Can you do office tour and you get your YouTube play button? Office tour, it will be in the captain. Congrats for your play button. Thank you. Have you been in Guayaquil, Ecuador? No, it's very far away. Dennis, are you airline thinking about cleaner flying? What does it mean, cleaner flying? Betsy, tell me. Cleaner. Do you mean less CO2 emissions? Then is flaps 2 use high. The flaps 2 speed is a little bit less than flaps 1. So, for example, if ATC will tell you reduce speed down to 180 knots, right? So with every flaps extension you increase the wing curve, and flaps 1 will give you the less curve of the wing possible, so the less drag possible. So if the ATC will tell you maintain speed 180 and you select flaps 1, but with flaps up minimum maneuver speed is 185. So to really follow the ATC instructions, even though there is a gap for 10 knots, to really focus on ATC instructions and to follow it, you may extend flaps 2. It will not give you the same drag as flaps 5, for example. But if you select flaps 2, the speed will be reduced to lower than 180, for example, and you can fly with speed 180. How long can the Boeing 777-800 fly? Well, almost 21 tons of fuel consumption on the highest cruise level is 2,200 kilos. Let me tell you, around 9 hours. Do you become pilot if you're right-handed? I don't know, what does it mean? Dennis, you are a pilot, so you can't move in flights for a long time. Is it unhealthy? Unhealthy, yeah. Our job is very unhealthy. It really sucks, to be honest with you. And we have radiation, we have job sitting in one place, like I'm sitting here for more than 2 hours. Yes, it's unhealthy, and you also need to consider it if you choose this job. And you need to have the activity. You need to do some sports, go to the gym, to make your body more active. Otherwise, you will have problems with your health. The same applies for, I personally do not smoke, and I try not to drink alcohol at all. So all my colleagues know that I do not drink. So by that, I at least maintain my health at some point, and I start to go to the gym. I like hiking, so I think I compensate that sitting on the same place. Can you move up to space plane flying from your ability to have now? Is there any space plane flying training? You cannot fly in space on an airplane. There is no dense air. What is the next project? The next project is to film about Antonov 24. It's the next big project. It's not the next video, it's the next project. Do you fly other planes apart from Boeing 737? I fly the small planes very rarely nowadays because I have lots of job to do on 737. Bad electromagnetic radiation. Yeah. How much money do you earn being a pilot? You can Google. I cannot say you, my friends. Sorry. I I cannot say. According to my contract, I cannot say it to everyone how much I earn. Otherwise, I'll have some bad circumstances from my current employer. So it's the classified information of my airline. How much money do you earn? Yeah, I already say. Hi, bro. Might you get to fly the 777 one day? I hope. Bro, I'm 18, old, and I'm now studying in aviation studies. Any comments on words to remind me for my path, which I dream to be a pilot? From Hong Kong. Nicholas, why do you need this motivation, man? I'm 18 years old and I'm on studying in aviation studies. Do you perceive it now differently? Do you, I know, разочаровываться? Как будет разочаровываться? Кто-то есть с России или с Украины? How to say? Evgenko, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. I hope to fly to Chernihiv. For now, as far as I know, Antonov 140 is flying there. So, who I'm talking to? Nicholas. Do you regret your choice? Do you need motivation? Why? You need to understand yourself. Why do you need it? You may seek for motivation from aviation YouTubers, bloggers, etc., but they may give you just a general idea of how they perceive this information, about their attitude in aviation, about what was done on their route. Your route may be different and your perception may be different, so you need to understand yourself why you need it, and you need to be sure that you really need it. So my advice is just not to seek for motivation. You need to be motivated by yourself. That's how the things going, my friend. And I understand that this profession has huge downsides, huge health problems. Most of the pilots up to 60 years old, they have chronic disease. You have flights away from your family. The salary, now it's good, with the crisis it's bad, you can be laid off. This job has lots of downsides, so you really need to focus on what you want from this job. I know the minuses, I know the pluses, and in my case, the pluses overweight. So to encourage you, if you follow this dream, if it really fits you, I'd recommend to fly the airplane. You say you are in aviation studies, to fly the airplane in some kind of local flight school to understand on practice whether you like it or not, and then decide, I'll continue or it's not mine. I'll continue or it's not mine. Because there are many other professions that is same as good as pilot profession, maybe even better, but you need to find your pluses, your aims in that profession. Why you, not me, not the guy who motivates someone. Why you need it. So yeah, go for it. Find your aim. It's you can find it everywhere, in every business. Your goals. So someone has their own goals. In aviation, I have my own goals. Maybe you have your own goals, and you need to be focused on them. Yeah, you need to check your route to your goal at some points, but generally, do not deviate too much if it's really yours. Regrets or regretting? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I remembered it, Alex. Thank you so much. Dennis, can airplane also have to deal with aquaplaning on the runway? That's it. Yeah, I had this case in Indonesia. It was terrible. Shall I take DGCA exam coaching in my 11 and 12s? I think you are very young for that. But if you will, you can do it. If it's your goal. But for 11 years old exams, before COVID, how it was to become hard as a cadet without typewriting. Sebastian, I know that with Air they had the special program for the cadets, so you may apply there without any license, with just your knowledge. You go to the interview and airline paid for you. In my airline, Ukraine International, you can also apply, but you need to pay. You need to pay for the typewriting. But you can join under 500 hours. If you have above 500 hours, the airline may pay for you, but later they take little by little from your salary during the next 5 or 3 years. It's normal for most of the airlines. Any chance interview Dima? Alex, Dima's, I don't want to force him to speak English, and it's English channel. I say, Dima, let's speak English. And he is a pilot. I know he knows English, but it could be difficult to speak on some subjects, and he may think that it will not be look like great interviews. So I don't want to force him, and I don't want to record on Russian because I don't want to put subtitles because it's speaking in English speaking. From the beginning, I understood that to start the English channel, I need not to put the subtitles, but to speak English. That's the success. If I put subtitles, no one will watch it. I'm sure about it. Maybe I'll experiment one day, but I don't want to force them for English speaking. American Airlines is looking for 450 pilots because of more flights. But yes, actually they are looking for 1,500 hours in nearby 1 year. Yeah, now they're looking for this number, but in future more. They need more and more. Is it a good choice to become a pilot? For me, yes. For you, I don't know. Sir, usually what vertical speed do you climb and descend? It depends on the stage of descent. You start with a higher vertical speed and gradually reduce it, and then you're closer to the airport. About the climb, I do not focus on vertical speed. I fly in VNAV or in level change, and there's the speed priority, the airspeed or Mach priority, not the vertical speed. I encountered an engine failure on 737-800, engine number 1 explained 11 while making fuel transfer from right tank to left tank. Do you know why? Engine fire. Did you open the CrossFit? Do you drink coffee? Very rarely. How should I join airline after finishing my flight school? Just internet search, that's it. No one will help you. You need to figure out on your own. It's very hard. Have a question. What question? Is it a good choice to become a pilot? Stop, please. By the way, to be a captain in Ilal, you should have 4,000 hours in the company. It's really crazy. Not crazy. Gaining your flight hours is actually experience. In my airline, have the same 4,000 hours. So first, you go little by little as a first officer. If you have, the 737 is a very complicated airplane. It flies on a high speed, and for sure you need to have these hours. It's your experience. 4,000 hours. It's like 5 up to 6 years of active flying. Okay, nowadays we have a crisis. You build up those hours in a longer time, but it's the requirement. If you have the best marks for the flight simulators, for the incoming interviews, if you don't have any kind of wrongdoing while flying, you can be a captain when you get 3,000 hours. So 4,000 hours is the limit. It's okay. For, let's say, Southwest in America, the entry limit for the first officer is 2,500 hours for the first officer. Before it was 5,000 hours for the first officer. For the first officer. It's crazy. I agree. But here for the captain. Dennis, how much flight hours have you accumulated till now? It's 6,500 around. Not a lot. Brother, which religion you are? Please tell me first and the last question. I am in religion of the lift force. I believe in lift force, let's say, that lifts this huge airplane into the air. If we speak about religion, I am open guy. I respect every religion, and I believe that there could be something, but I believe in everything and in nothing. Let's say like in that way. But I do respect every religion. Islam, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism. I know that sometimes people hate each other because of the religion, but not me. I have this part of my brain empty, so I perceive as it is. I'm not really a religious person, but I think that could be something that none of religions can explain. So far, for me. Maybe they explain to you, but not for me. So far, I know. I have the friend. Yeah, we're guys who know each other already. I have a friend. His name is Raimundo. We've flown together in Indonesia. He's a very old guy. He flew the DC-3 in the military, and he never actually fighted someone. Never took place in a war, but he flown for the military, and he also flown for Garuda Indonesia, same airline, and he tried to find his place in this world, and he was curious about why are we here, what is the purpose of the life. And he traveled to many places in the world. He traveled to Georgia. He was living in a church, in Orthodox church, for 3 months. After that, he traveled to Nepal. He lived with the monarchs, and he tried to understand the Buddhism. Then he traveled to Iran, and he was living near to the mosque for several months. And he said, so far, I didn't get my religion. And his idea was like mine now. So he was open to everyone, and still he was closed for everyone as well. So I think it's my religion, my personal religion. Then you and Mentor Pilot will visit Antonov 225. I hope then we'll get rid of these restrictions. I will call to Dima and maybe we'll arrange this kind of meeting with him and Mentor Pilot. From Bangladesh, thank you. Are Sukhoi commercial aircraft is as safe as Boeing and Airbus? I don't know. According to statistic, it is not, because according to loss of life in accidents, it's not. It's more unsafe than Boeing or Airbus. Do you need to be good in math and physics to become a pilot? Yes. Good, but not the best. Does Ukrainian fly to India? If yes, have you ever been fly to India? Yes, we have charter flights, but so far I haven't participated in that flight. Would you make a video someday of how it was converting from Soviet aircraft to Western types? Could be interesting. Thank you for idea, Alex. I love your videos. I love watching your channel. My question is, are you Russian? Partially, yes. My father's father is from from Caucasus, let's say, from Caucasus, part of Russia. And my mother's part are mostly Ukraine and partially Georgian. So I have roots from Ukraine, Russia, Georgia. And I think, yes, that's it. Some Jewish as well, but very, very old. I think it's third generation, partially were Jewish. My grandmother and my grandfather was Georgian. Thanks for answering. Have you ever been scared of flying? No. I have some anxiety and it's difficult, but not scared, but have some level of stress that actually helps to perform better. Sir, if we fail in our ATPL course, will our money will refund? Well, what will happen? You will have, as far as I know, for EASA, you have 3 attempts to pass. So I'm sure you'll pass. The money usually do not return. Hey, Papa Blog, love your videos. I love watching your channel. My question is, are you Russian? I already described. Do you think it will be possible for a 25-year-old starting training to be a good career in aviation? Yes, given the deterioration of the pay conditions. Emmett, try to find pluses. If they overweight the minuses that you mentioned, don't go for it. It depends on you personally. 25 years old is a perfect age to start. It's a perfect age. How did you save up your flight training? Save up. I don't get the question. Dennis, you beat Wayne. Wayne doesn't mean Wayne. To Google every word because my English is not good. My vocabulary is not good. Wayne, having or showing an anxiety, high option of one's appearance abilities, producing no result. Wayne. Marnie. No. No, I'm not Wayne. I think maybe you can judge from the side differently. Dennis, it's true that Garuda in Indonesia is going not so good. I don't know, I need to call my friends to ask for it, but probably it's kind of harsh question for them. So I don't know. I'm searching on the internet. How much did you pay for your training? Might have answered it earlier. I'm sorry, Captain. Yeah, I paid $7,000 for CPL. You may find in one of my videos, my way to become a pilot, and there I told everything. Hey pilot, what are chances plane falling? If plane perform snap turn? No. On commercial aircraft, we do not perform the sharp turns. Sharp turn, yeah. We do not perform that. The maximum bank is 30 degrees usually, not more than that. And the chances are very low to fall. I like the positive attitude. Thanks for response. Yeah, Matt. Thanks for your question. This is my last and final question to you. Which country are you from? And did you have a child? I'm from Ukraine. I have the child. She is 7 years old. Bro, I can be a pilot. Yeah. Meaning, how did you save money for flight training? My parents helped me. Do you have Flight Radar 24? I think everyone has. It's just a website. I think, can pilots wear glasses? They can. You are a co-pilot or pilot? Co-pilot is also a pilot. I'm a captain. But I can fly on co-pilot seat as well, on the right seat. The engine can stall because of the engine failure if the engine was damaged or if the engine is on low power. Usually the engine stalls occurs in the high power settings. Usually the engine wasn't damaged, but you have some distortion with airflow. It may occur. Then the airflow is very tight and it blocks itself inside the engine core, inside the engine spools. If you reduce the engine thrust, usually it unblocks the engine. So you have the memory items, engine limit searcher stall on Boeing 737, where you have to disengage the auto throttle and little by little remove the thrust, and it will unstall the compressor. Usually in compressor stall occurs, but I haven't had these cases. The bird strike can lead to this. Also, the inoperative engine anti-ice in icing conditions. What else? Hail, volcanic ash, and maybe severe precipitation, or maybe even severe turbulence. Is there any difference between European and RNAV approach? No difference. The different names, but the approach is the same. I'll go down to the questions, and it's getting hard to talk, my friends, so I'm gonna answer 5 more questions and that's it. Sorry if I didn't answer your question. Still, you can press this, check out the video description to support the channel. In that case, of course, I'll answer your question. sorry, just tired. Almost 3 hours here. I'll choose really questions that I want now. Just, yeah, can you say hi in Russian? I will not answer it because what is the maximum brake temperature you can take back off on a turnaround? Great question, Harvey. So basically we have no indication. That's the optional case for Boeing 737 to have the brake temperature indication. What we have the table in QRH, the brake cooling schedule. It's called the brake cooling schedule. So after you select the auto brake, you land the airplane, You can check this table, or you can check even before the landing to decide what auto brake should you choose, and also decide whether you should open the reverse or not. And also the brake cooling schedule will give you the minutes for your brakes to cool down to the temperature that we don't know, but if you wait for this, for sure the temperature will be okay for the flight, for the next flight. So, for example, if you use the auto brake 3 without the reverse and the outside temperature is 35 up to 40 degrees, you will join the caution zone. The caution zone, it gives you the possibility of the fuse plugs to melt inside. There's a protection for the tires not to just burst because of the high temperature and high pressure. There are fuse plugs that usually melt because of the high temperature, and little by little the air goes outside of the pneumatics of the tires. And to avoid this caution zone, you actually open the reverse in that case, or select the auto brake, for example, 2, and also open the reverse. That will bring you, according to this table, to, let's say, 35-40 minutes for the cooling. So then you are on parking stand, you start the time for cooling, and in 35-45 minutes you can fly. Also, there's the option to cool down the brakes after takeoff, but it's kind of tricky because if you taxi before the recommended cooling schedule, you taxi also push the brakes, and you also rise up the brake temperature. And of course, then you need to reject your takeoff. Your brakes will be very hard as well. That can lead to tires burst, right, and even fire. So recommendation is just to wait for this brake cooling schedule. Once I was in caution zone, and I but I tentatively put the reverse idle. I forgot about the outside temperature, and we waited for around 1 hour and 10 minutes for the brakes to cool down. So quite a lot of time. But I was running around the wheels on exterior check. They were very hot, but luckily we waited for the cool down, and yeah, we flown. It was my big mistake. I've never done it after that. What is your most difficult landing on airport? The most difficult landing I had a case with the most difficult landing, but the most difficult approach, I'll speak about the most difficult approach, was in Andy Airport. Because of the airport actually lies between the mountains, and the other edge of the runway entered the hill. So you can approach from one way, you can depart also from one way. And it's the most challenging airport, and Indonesia. Echo, November, Delta, Echo, ICAO code. Hey Captain, why would a plane have overspeed warning and stall warning? Alice 001. Well, for overspeed, all know that the faster you fly, the higher is the drag. At some point, the drag is so enormous that it can damage the airplane, right? That's why we have the maximum speed for flaps extension. For flaps 1, it's 250. For flaps 2, the same. For flaps 5, also 250. And then the more you extend the flaps, the lower is the maximal speed. To avoid this load on the wing and on the flaps themselves, if you select the flaps up, still you have this pressure from the air, and we have the speed limit because of this actually pressure limit on construction, the airplane construction, so that you cannot fly very, very fast on every airplane. Still have the maximal speed at which the pressure is highest permissible. Also, if you are close to the Mach 1 speed, the supersonic speed, there's tug under reaction of the airplane. Then the focus move totally aft, and it will put the aircraft to dive. For Boeing 737, we have the special Mach trim function to avoid this. Then you're close to Mach 1, but the maximum speed for 737, the maximum Mach is 0.72, and the airspeed is 340. For the low speed, without the air, there is no any lift. So to fly the airplane, you need to have speed to create the lift. It's the function. The speed is function of the lift. The lift is function of the speed. And at some point, the air is not enough to create the lift, and it's bad. So to alert you that you are close to this speed, close to the stall speed, there's a special alert, and you have the still shaker, and for the overspeed you have the clacker, click, 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 like this. Did you fly into Innsbruck? John, thanks for the question. What I'm gonna do, my friends, open you some insights. I'm gonna call to Austrian Airlines. They fly to Innsbruck, and I'm gonna ask them to film the video. I can probably raise up funds here to pay for the ticket, but firstly I'll ask them if they can provide me with some tickets. So we're gonna do some kind of just plain stuff. So we'll put the camera in the cockpit, and we're gonna film the flight, the review. So I'm not gonna stay in the cockpit, so it will be like Madeira. So there will be pilots, and I'll be sitting on the passenger's seat and filming outside with other camera. So 2 cameras in the cockpit, 1 camera with me. I think it will be awesome. I'm not sure if they would agree, but I just knock the door and ring the bell. So, can you extend flaps 1 if indicated airspeed to 40 knots, but if the true airspeed is more than 300 knots? There is no such a case for that, because if you cannot extend the flaps if you are higher than flight level 200. If you are below flight level 200, there will be never such a difference with true airspeed and indicated airspeed. Yes, you fly with indicated airspeed, and you don't actually need the true airspeed for that, to change the configuration. What you have, the indicated airspeed actually shows you the pressure. That's the main parameter. Why sometimes I see planes on cruise at 220 knots? That's the same. So they have indicated speed to 20 knots, but actually the true airspeed is close to 450, because the air is less dense. The less molecules go to the pitot, and you have indication to 20, but actually you fly relative to the air with 450, and your ground speed may be up to 500, depends on the wind. Okay, one question, and I think that's it. Okay, let's do this personal question and finish with the stream. What your wife thinks about your YouTube channel, and does your child somehow know you're a YouTuber? Yes, my wife, she is not the public person, and she said she would never got filmed in my videos. I wonder why, But she said like this, she doesn't want to appear in any kind of social media. She doesn't have the Facebook, Instagram, everything of that. I don't know, it's just her choice, and I respect that. My daughter, she knows that I'm a YouTuber, and she also wants to have her YouTube channel. I don't know. For me, I cannot do it for her right now because I have my YouTube channel and I'm busy with it. Maybe then she will grow up, she'll have her social media. I will not resist. I'm here also free open for my family. What person wants, it's okay. I never put fences to reaching their goals, their dreams. I always respect opinion of my personal child because it's my child. Oh, my friends, I need to maybe buy another camera for the streams. It's quite bad here, and never buy the cheap camera for streams, cheap web camera, because it will bring the quality to the bottom. Anyway, thank you very much for your attention. I got a little bit tired talking almost for 3 hours. And thanks for participating in the stream. On Saturday, we're gonna do maybe. I'm almost sure about it. We're gonna do the live stream, verbal live stream on Discord server, where you cannot just write your comments, but there you can actually talk to me. And I'm playing this event on Saturday. I wonder how many people will be there. On Friday, I'll put the advertisement on the YouTube channel. Sorry, about where you can find the link to Discord. Well, I'll publish it later. Thank you very much, guys. Usually follow the Awesome Guy checklist if you are. I know you are. So like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell, whatever it means. Thank you very much for watching this video, and have a great time.